Hello. Hey friends, how you going? Kate Miller here, and in this session I'm going to be sharing with you 3 influential hacks to convert your content into clients. So welcome, great to have you here. If we haven't met before, I love showing up and giving actionable gems. So grab a pen and notebook if you haven't already. These 3 hacks are great to have up your sleeve anytime you want them. They're pre-written, ready to go. You just have to plug and play your personal information, but they're templated, and they're just great to have in your content to save you a lot of time. So if you ever sit down and you think, where do I start? How do I actually not just put content up there that people like, but actually converts into clients? So these little hacks, they help you get more engagement and more interest in your content, and people actually taking that next step towards you. Now, there's so many different content hacks that I could share with you. I just chose 3 of my favorites. So I think you're going to get a lot of value out of this. By the way, these hacks are really simple and they're very elegant. They're not sleazy. They're not cheesy. They utilize human behavior principles with them. So let's dive into these 3 influential content hacks to convert your content into clients. So firstly, what are influential content hacks? Well, these are things, these are sentences that you develop, and I like to think of brand vocabulary, where you've got these core messages that you become kind of known for, and people know you by your language, by your messaging, and they are to really call out your ideal client, what I like to call your soul connected client, your soulmate, that person that you just get on so well with. They feel like your bestie, and we want to be able to find them. They are out there on social media, and we want to be able to attract them by using the right language. So these are sentences that you develop and you sprinkle through your content. I'm going to give you 3. There's lots more, but these, if you start using these 3, you'll show that you're worth trusting. You'll show that your content's valuable. You'll show that what you're offering is valuable. And you'll also show them that they can actually do it. So baked into some of these is actually helping them to change their perspective so that they actually go, hey, I can do that. So you can use these hacks in your emails, your email nurture sequences. You can use them in your blogs, your live videos, anywhere you show up with words. Basically, you can use these influential content hacks in your DMs, in your articles, because they are about elegantly influencing your audience. All right, so let's dive in. Number 1, influential content hack number 1. Are you ready? Just give me a ready in the comments if you're ready. Oh, morning, Jessie. Morning, Anna. Great to have you here. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Trish. And Trish is actually just tagging a few other people that requested that to be reminded of when we're going live. Okay, number 1, if you're taking notes, number 1, influential content hack is bust their beliefs. Bit of alliteration there to help you remember it. Bust their beliefs. So the purpose of busting beliefs is to get people thinking, I've been looking at it this way, and I actually need to be looking at it this way. I need to pay attention to what he or she's saying, because they actually have a different way. And it's often known as the stop and start strategy. So we encourage them to stop doing something and start doing something else. And it grabs our attention massively. And that's why we're able to influence someone, is because we're able to get their attention when we point out that they're looking at something a certain way, and we're inviting them to look at it another way. And it's also known as a record scratching post. We scratch the record so that it doesn't play the same again. Remember those? I don't know if we're all old enough here to remember LPs, but they used to get scratched and they would never play the same again. And that's what we want to do. It's the same with CDs. Once they see the world in a different way, it's like they can't unsee it. So I want you to think, what's something that your ideal client believes that is actually wrong, that's actually false? And if you struggle with that, think, what is a mistake that they're making? Think about your ideal client, or think about a client that you've worked with in the past, and think, what must they be believing? In order to be making that mistake or thinking that, what must they be believing? What are they believing? And there's 3 categories here that I look at. The first one is, what are they believing about themselves as to why it wouldn't work? What might they be believing about themselves? I want to make this a little bit interactive. So pop in the comments, what do you think your niche might be believing about themselves as to why it wouldn't work for them? Because remember, we want to bust their beliefs. So we need to know, what are their beliefs? What are they actually currently thinking? So just pop in the comments box, what is your niche actually believing about themselves? What might they be believing about themselves? It's really good to bring it to life and get these examples in there. We've got really awesome. So pop that in the comments so we can all see it. What must they believe about themselves? So I'll give you an example. I'll give you a few examples. The first one might be, I can't lose weight. No matter how hard I try, I can't lose weight. And that's a belief they've got. They've shut their mind to every possibility. It might be, I'm not tech savvy. It might be, I never follow through on online courses. I can't follow through. So maybe they do in the past have never followed through, but they've got this belief that they can't. So we want to use that as a way of busting their belief. It might be, I'm not ready to do the work. I'm overwhelmed with so much to do and so much to learn and decide. So pop it in the comments. Don't be shy. Pop it in the comments. We've got, they believe sewing is too hard for them. Parenting is natural. Parenting just comes natural. Great examples here. So that's what they believe about themselves. So think that through. What must they believe about themselves as to why it wouldn't work? And the question is, I can't do it because. I can't do it because. The second type of question they might have is, belief they might have is a belief about them, about you or about other people. So a belief about you or other people. So think, what's a false belief that they might have about you or other people about why it wouldn't work? And the question is, it's easy for you or it's easy for them because. And just pop it in the comments if something comes to mind. What might they believe about you or other people or your industry overall? Anna says, break resistance and fears. So think about, what is the specific resistance or the fear that they have about you or about other people. And number 3 is beliefs about your method. So I was talking to my group just before, my inner circle, and one of the ladies there, she helps people lose weight, but she doesn't do it through calorie counting. So they might have this method that I can only lose weight if I count calories, or I can only lose weight if I starve myself, or if I fast, or if I run twice a day. So what is a belief that you think about your methodology, the way you do things, compared to the way maybe others in your space do things? And the question here is, that wouldn't work, that method wouldn't work for me because, and then we want to be able to shift that belief. So pop it in the chat box. We've got here, I lack experience and expertise. Love that, Mel. Sarah says, you've been sewing for years, it's easy for you. Yeah, exactly. So they think, oh, it's easy for everybody else, but I can't do it. Exactly. Cool. So that is bust their beliefs. Number 2, influential content hack. Number 2, use the power of if then. If then. A lot of people say in their posts or in their emails or videos, you need to, you must. And it can sometimes put people off. Now, if you've got a great relationship with someone, a lot of rapport, and someone really respects you and trusts you, no problem at all. But it depends where you're showing up. If you're showing up and someone doesn't know you at all, what can really soften it and add some warmth to this is using if then. So instead of saying you need to or you should, it can come across a little bit school teachery or like a parent, you know, being told off. So what you can do instead is say, if you want this, then do this. So I'll give you some examples. If you want to be fit by summer, then you need whatever your method is. If you want to be the type of parent that doesn't need to shout at their kids, then you need the 5 essentials, blah, blah, blah. So if you want this result, or if you want this identity of who you want to be, So it could be something you want to have, something you want to do, something they want to be. If you want to be this, if you want to do this, then result, then, if you want this result or identity, then method. Does that make sense? Just give me a Y for yes in the chat box if that makes sense. You might need some time to just think about your if then statements, but it's more just getting an awareness of, instead of if you use the word you should, you must, you need to, then you can get a bit of resistance that's raised. But if you instead use if then statements, then people are more likely to be able to absorb it, and it kind of drops the guards a little bit. So give me a Y for yes if that makes sense. I just want to make sure that you get it before I move on. Anna says my method is experiential. Yeah, cool. And it makes sense. Good. Okay, and then number three, influential content hack. If you're getting this, just give me a Y for yes in the comments so I know I want this to land. Number three, the essential element. So I call this hack the essential element. Now there's two parts to it. Number one is people who have achieved this result have done these actions. So people, it's kind of like the if then, but it's just going a layer deeper. So for example, people who lose weight and keep it off have something in common. They have taken a personalized approach. So you're saying if you want this result, or you're saying people who have achieved this result have a certain mindset or take different actions. Another example, people who are achieving incredible growth in their business have invested in a mentor. So it's a cause and effect, but we're just going people who have, so we're talking about people who are successful, but we're making it really specific to your niche. Or you could say something like people who have overcome anxiety have been willing to overcome their blocks and look at the root cause of the problem. Does that make sense? People who have experienced this result, and then action, mindset, or method. The next, so that's A. The B part of this one is to achieve this result, this is essential. And that's why I call it the essential element, is we're basically saying that people who do this have this essential element, or people who achieve this specific result, or if you want to achieve this specific result, this is essential. So I'll give you an example. If you want to have a profitable business, having a proven marketing plan is essential. And obviously, if your program includes a marketing plan, that's going to make sense. If you want to have an incredible relationship, understanding each other's communication style is essential. That's if you teach communication styles. If you want to be a healthy size and feel great about yourself, understanding macronutrients is essential. So you're elevating your method. So we've got A, people who have achieved X result have these actions or mindset, and we've got B, to achieve this result, this is essential. So these are little templates that you can season into your content. And I'm just going to recap. So the first hack is bust their beliefs, and beliefs about themselves, beliefs about you or other people, beliefs about your method. Number two is, let me just come back here, the power of if then, so using if then statements. And number three is the essential element. So think about that essential element. It's amazing what this does to someone's mind when they read it. It's incredible. It's incredibly influential if you get it right. You've got to do it elegantly, and you've got to do it really authentically. It's not a tactic that you just tack on. It's more of a mindset. It's more of an approach of the way you're coming across in your marketing. So again, if you'd like the guide where I've laid out all those examples for you, if you couldn't write notes fast enough, I've written it all out for you. Just pop the word now guide into the comments and I'll get that through to you. If you want to know more about how to influence using your content, and not only that, like the actual structure of your content, but how to get more eyeballs on your content, how to make your content more engaging, grab attention. There's so many elements to it. I've just given you 3 out of my whole client attraction system using content, and I'm sharing it for free at an event coming up called How to Attract Clients with Compelling Content, and it's happening on the 27th of November. It's a free online course, and it's the last event that I'm doing for the year on Zoom. So if you want to come to that, just pop in the comments now the word content, put the word content in the comments right now, and I'll send you the details for that. I'll send you your free invite. And what else do I need to share about that? Yeah, I'm going through all the information's on the site. You can just check it out, but I'm going through basically how to make sure that you're getting clients and not just likes. You're going from likes to leads to clients, and you're actually able to sign people up so that you'll not only build your business and grow your business financially, but you'll be making a bigger impact, and you'll stop having all that frustration of your content not being seen. I'm going to show you so many gems on that day. If you've ever been to one of my events before, just put the word value. If you've ever come to one of my events before and got value, it's not one of those pitch fests. It's not one of those things that's full of fluff. I give genuine value and golden nuggets in it. So I know you're going to love it. So Trisha's already registered. Anna has already registered. Amazing. Trisha's come to my events. Anna's come to my events. Melanie gets value, and a lot of exclamation marks. Thank you so much, my friends. And I didn't plant them, by the way. So thank you for being here. Have a beautiful evening, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye for now.